Tea with Tea on this Talk Therapy Tuesday. I'm Tanya McLean-Nicholas, licensed marriage family therapist and owner of Renewed Hope Counseling. Most parents desire to have close and healthy relationships with their kids. While the teenage years can be tough as the whirlwind of puberty, hormones, high school drama, and the fight for independence pursues. Living with a teenager can be a battle, and sometimes over the most littlest things. Just as your teenagers are changing, so will your relationship with them change. And what I mean by that is how you parent them will and should change. As they get older, there are different expectations and responsibilities. So the relationship will look different. Your teenager still needs your guidance, correction, and discipline, and they need your love, acceptance, and respect as they desire independence, push boundaries, and figure out who they are as a growing, maturing young person. Maintaining a good, healthy relationship is important, and it must be intentional to maintain the closeness and connection that you desire. So today, I want to give you some tips, TIPS, for maintaining a healthy relationship with your teen. So go ahead and grab your tea or your coffee, whichever you prefer, and let's dig in. The first one is time. Parents, I know you juggle many responsibilities. The best way to show love and respect for your teen is to let them know you'll make time for them. I know teens go through this stage where they think it's just no longer cool to hang out with their parents. But don't let that stop you from having a routine or some type of structure that allows for connection. Family dinners, dessert, taking part in an activity that they may enjoy, like listening to their music, playing a sport, reading a book, or visiting an event or a location of their interests. You can also spend time volunteering or being a part of a good cause. The idea is to be present for them, which creates opportunity for more communication. The second is interest. Take an interest in what interests them. As kids get older, their interests and passions change from what you may be familiar with when they were younger to something totally different. They may like music, food, and activities that are different than yours. Be intentional about showing interest in their passions. Let them know their difference is a healthy part of independence, and their interests do not have to be the same as yours for you to love and support them. Attend their sporting activities. Let them show you their favorite video games, books, again, or music. Remember, your interest in their passion affirms your interest in them. Positive communication. Make sure you focus on the positive as much as possible. Sometimes, not even sometimes, you're going to have to correct your teen or give them information they may not want to hear. Just make sure your communication is constructive and positive and not demeaning or shaming. Talking down to your teen or using sarcasm to express your dislike for their behavior, it may further draw a wedge in the relationship. Just because there's conflict doesn't mean the interaction has to be negative. Attempt to highlight their positive aspects. Tell them you notice their good qualities and who you believe them to be as a growing teen. You want them to know you may be unhappy with their behavior, but it doesn't mean you're unhappy with them as a person. And finally, show them grace, because your teen's frontal lobe is still developing. Their ability to critically think and make the best decisions all the time, well, let's just say it's just not going to happen right now. Grace is giving them what they do not deserve. They're going to make mistakes. And although boundaries and consequences are important, give them room to make mistakes without shame. Have some flexibility in some areas. And this does not mean to pardon every undesirable behavior. It means that you're going to pardon some behavior, even when an undesirable outcome is warranted. And remember, perfection is not the goal. And this would be a good way to communicate that to them by showing grace. It's not easy being the parent of a teenager, but it's worth it. Just continue to take time to foster a strong, healthy relationship that promotes love and respect between you both. And although every teenager is different and every situation is different, it's fundamental that a parent provide both guidance and support as your teen grows through the teenage years. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed your tea with Tea on this Talk Therapy Tuesday. I'm Tanya McLean Nicholas, and I hope that you have a great day.